Motard action, they're underway. Number 93 gets a bit of air under the front wheel. Across the start finish line. 18 bikes represented out there. And no one's got a good break there. No one's actually got a decent break there at this stage. I better go and find the right page in my list there. Number 12 has almost been unbeatable. Got them down for 2 race wins. Don't have the results for the third. So number 12, Flynn Wild there from Fielding High School there has had at least 2 wins so far in this journey. Looks like he's going to have a bloody win this time round, excuse me for my language, but looks like another one there. It's good to see. There's a target to aim for and possibly a lap record. I think we've got a lap record in one of the Motard sessions there before. This is the 70cc lap record. No, we didn't. 104 for lap record. Oh, yes, we did. Well, according to my records, we did a 103.567. We went 105.340 in the first race. Second race, it was a 103.567. So we'll see what we can do this time. Look at them flying along there on bike number 12 there. 108.343. So that number is for the standing lap. So it's only going to get it better from there on in. But the bike in second place is getting closed in by the bike in third place. It was Kurt Shepherd, followed by Ryan Clough. But there's a bit of action. In fact, I think Kurt has held on to second place. I recognise his red leathers. Ryan Clough. Cameron Mayo was in fourth place as I went across the start-finish line. Tongaris Ingram went ahead of Clinton Durham. Swapped places, 5th and 6th position. Blair Curran's there in 7th. Shaden Calks on 108. Fielding High School lad. Callum Valier Taylor on 9th spot. Josh Wallard there in 10th. Dave Reesby, Mark Haitum, Huey Tama, Chevelle Ross, Dylan Kite, Daniel Beeks, Clinton Healy, Brett Cameron and George Mulder. 18 bikes there. It looks like we've got Michaela Stewart on 556 sideline. So the number 12 bike comes down this front straight. What's the lap going to be? A 104.216, so not near as good as yesterday, a 103.567, but still enough to give a 4-second lead on this 3-lap journey. Well, we've got 4 lappers there. Can't see a white flag out there, or I can't count. Probably 3 lap, whatever it is. It was 4 seconds. Flynn Wild, Kurt Shepherd holds on to his lead by half a second, but as I say that, side by side coming out of that Toyota corner. Just going back and looking at the screen, there was one of the Ctas live replays. He's identified something that's worth going back to. I'll put a note down on my piece of paper I've got aside here, because I do go home and watch a bit of this on the Ctas live once it's uploaded, which should be at about a day and a half usually. Depends on his travel arrangements back to the Waikato. That's Grant comes down from the Waikato to support this for you. He's also got to spend the time loading it up. Runs a business as well. This is part of his business, but certainly not a money-making earning part, but definitely runs a business, and he's got to concentrate on it. I'm sure you'll get a warning on this. 102.985. Flynn Wild is absolutely flying Finn there. Flynn Wild, a 102.985. Ryan Clough goes through there in second place. Kurt Shepherd in third on the 553 bike. So swapped the positions for these two. Shaden Calks has moved ahead to fourth, ahead of Cameron Mayo on the number 93 machine from Fielding High School. Callum Valier Taylor on 290s moved ahead of Blair Curran as well for 6th place. Blair on the 118 machine is in 7th spot there. Clinton Durham, Thomas Ingram, Josh Waller there. That rounds out the top 10 riders for this 70Motard class. Ahead of this we've got, in front of us we've got M1, M2, M3, then the Jigsaw Cups, then sidecars, and then prize giving. So where were we? We had top 10, did we? We had top 10, Josh Wallard there, Mark Haituma, Chevelle Ross, Clinton Healy, Dylan Kite, George Mulder, Daniel Beeks, David Reesby just got ahead of Brecon Cameron. In fact, David Reesby has been dropped off the field, so something going on there. Number 12 goes through, a 104, so he's realised how much time he is ahead. And slowed down his lap time to in the 104s. So incredible lap time actually, 102.985, 102.985 round Manfeild, round the little MiniGP track for the 12th year running. I wish I'd known about this and or realised how tight it was some years ago, because I only got invited up last year, and you sort of got to work while you're not commentating. I commentated approximately 30 years ago, 30 years. Yeah, I've been doing it for about 30 years on and off. 30 days a year, and I wish I'd actually heard about this racing and how tight it was, and assigned myself a couple of days. But never mind, we're here now, 2 years in a row, and looking forward to coming back next year if they invite me back. And it'd be a great job for one of the school people to sort of try and adopt and learn the art of commentating, and that's certainly a skill you can take to other trades around the around the world. There's all sorts of things you can spread from commentating. I personally don't. I concentrate back on the trade. But, well, I do actually. I do a bit of emceeing somewhere along the line. But interesting to see if there's any school people around the pits and that might actually be keen to do something along these lines. M1, M2 and M3 class coming up. Eurobike Wholesale has sponsored the 70cc motor class. You can get on, go to most bike shops and they've got a Eurobike Wholesale product catalogue there. Always high-end gear, top gear. And with most motorcyclists coming back into motorcycling rather than newcomers as much, they are now under the understanding that good gear might cost a little bit more, but it's what you need for your bike to run mechanically properly and reliably, and also your riding gear. Of course, the riding gear is supposed to keep you comfortable on your ride, but the primary interest in it is to actually keep you safe when you come off and hit whatever you hit. So Eurobike definitely a leading supplier in New Zealand for that sort of gear.